it's supposed to be the opposite of a centrally controlled Soviet-era command and control economy. It's supposed to be a free market. The government's not supposed to be fixing prices. But on that day, October 20th, 1987, was the beginning of a command and control government, centrally planned economy. It started off slowly, and then over the next 25 years, it kept building momentum, and now you've got guys like Bob Rubin and Tim Geithner and Ben Bernanke, and they are now the new World Committee that is got their finger on the weapons of mass financial destruction, and they believe they're doing God's work, and they move prices as they see fit to make a political end. In other words, these markets don't reflect economics at all. They only reflect a political agenda. It's pure price fixing with a political agenda attached. This is Soviet Union 1955, but done in a way where you've got everybody plugged into their computer, day trading, thinking that they're going to be the ones to beat the centrally planned central government. And at the same time, the central government is bringing about all of these extraordinary extra-legal measures to put people in jail.
All right, Max, got a break. Stay there. Let's talk about who you believe the culprits are from the evidence straight ahead. Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Good day, Peter Cronschnabel from Midas Resources. Today is May 10th, 2010. Gold opened at $1196.10 this morning. A 1-ounce gold coin can be purchased for $1228.18, $614.09 for a half ounce, and $307.05 for a quarter ounce. That's $1228.18, $614.09, and $307.05.
Making the right decision is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or worse, depression? Many investors are turning to gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold. Discussing costs, benefits, risks, the book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold can be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, this book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
You worry. You see the signs and worry about the future. You worry about economic turmoil and food shortages. How to be prepared while preserving your sanity. Your answer may be at hand. Author Linda Runyon lived off the land, isolated from civilization. She knows that as long as the sun shines, there will be plenty of free food all over God's green earth. Perhaps the only sane insurance is knowledge of wild edible plants. The cost of learning is minimal. Wild food grows everywhere, and you will see it everywhere. It's every bit organic and more nutritious than our modern diets. Well respected in her field, Linda's approach to teaching this subject includes books, flashcards, and video with an emphasis on health, safety, practicality, and joy. Learn how to identify it, where and when to find it, how to prepare, use, and store it. Go to Linda's website, ofthefield.com, and take advantage of special offers. Or if you're not online, call her 24-hour toll-free order line at 888-51-EAT-FREE. That number again, 888-51-EAT-FREE. A little knowledge makes starvation impossible.
We're going to be taking your phone calls for Max Keiser on the economy, also George Humphrey, economist, in studio with us in the next hour. MaxKeiser.com is his website. My websites are Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. We've got continual coverage of what's happening. We haven't even gotten into what's happening in Europe and Greece. What will Angela Merkel, what will Nicolas Sarkozy do? Why has Gordon Brown been forced to step down? I mean, this is a major shakeup. Now, I remember that last Thursday. They were about to pass a bill to stop Too Big to Fail. A bunch of other things were happening. Now the bill to audit the Fed is in trouble in the Senate. All of that did die that afternoon. And they've now admitted, this is mainstream news, it was not the fat finger. They say they don't know what did it, when clearly that was a manipulation. And so we're going to discuss that and from the evidence he has as a former trader and somebody who researches this and as a BBC and Al Jazeera and RT reporter. Start over. Go ahead.
I designed the technology.
Absolutely. So, Max, go over this.
Look, I designed this technology in 1996. There are 132 patents that reference my patent, the virtual specialist patent, 5950176, for making markets with an infinite inventory for price parity across virtual securities. I created this concept. Now, Goldman Sachs, when they do it, when they commit this fraud, they say they're making a market. That's the code word for virtual fraud and naked short selling. Where have we heard that before? Where have we heard the phrase making a market over and over again in their defense? Bernie Madoff said that he's constantly making a market. That's how he was able to create these returns consistently for 10, 15 years. Well, guess what? Goldman Sachs, Lloyd Blankfein, and Bernie Madoff are doing the exact same thing. Lloyd Blankfein should be sitting in a cell next to Bernie Madoff. They're both market rigging, market manipulating financial terrorists. The evidence is so clear now. The only thing that keeps people from putting this guy in jail is because if they do, they have to face themselves in the mirror and realize that they live in a financial hologram. There's no basis for it. It's complete bull.
It was bizarre. The host of NBC Nightly News came out and said none of the money's real on Letterman last week, and he basically called it a hologram. But Max, you've called all this with precision. That's why I keep pointing that out.
He says he wants to go to a Federal Reserve system with zero reserves. One of the highest ups in the European central bank system said that, well, to be quite honest, and this was covered on Infowars.com, we just loan money into existence that doesn't really have any collateral or cash basis whatsoever.
So now they're going, hold on, Max.
Underlying collateral. There's no basis for any of this economic so-called activity. It's all just debt, piled on debt, and now the special drawing rights, which is going to replace the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency, all that is that all the debts that are associated in dollars are going to put those off the balance sheet. They're going to create a new world currency called the special drawing right, which they'll say, look, it's not encumbered by any of this dollar debt. All that's now disappeared in the black hole of off-balance sheet accounting, and they're going to load up the world with another 30 or 40 or 50 trillion in fresh debt, and the number of people in debt servitude is going to expand dramatically once again.
Max, I want to go over this point by point and talk about what's happening currently in Europe and the $1 trillion. It goes from 150 billion to 600 billion to $1 trillion in the space of 3 days. What's behind that? What these European leaders are going to do, what the bankers are going to do next to try to keep control of this. But to quantify what you're saying in layman's terms, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're transcending fractional reserve banking of you got $1, the bank can loan out 9 or 10, to just absolute derivative universe where they bankrupt the world by design. They create the new global currency. They announce their world government, as they're now doing, and saying all of you must capitulate and kneel to Zod, like Superman kneeling to Zod, or we will just destroy everything and have a total depression. And we're now held in complete hostage to these people.
Right. The denominator in a fractional reserve system, as you just described it, is now zero.
So their God, magic checkbook, they're passing all these taxes in their own documents to bankrupt us even further, and then we give them all the real assets for just made-up baloney. I mean, this is, and they want to destroy the economy because they're in competition.
What's the fastest rising population in America? It's the prison population, and in the prison, you can get labor to work for you and be competitive with China. Why do you think they pass all these laws? 3 strikes, you're out. Stop by the, you're missing a tail light, go to jail. Because they need to compete with China on the wages. So that's why the prison population is the fastest